Morning all, welcome to a quick video. This is a video for the latest Buzz campaign that I've been part of, thanks to Buzz Agent and Lynx. What is it? Well, it's the signature antiperspirant with oud wood and vanilla and the matching signature fragrance. Now, I haven't used Lynx since I was a teenager, so we're talking at least 18 years. Why? I don't know. I just guess I grew into different things and the scents that were available then didn't sort of appeal later on in life. But then I discovered this new stuff on the shelf and I thought, oh, do I give it a try? And I was hedging my bets, and then the Buzz campaign come up and I thought, well, give it a try, because the best thing is you get it free to try, so that is a bit of a disclosure there, completely free. So it's yeah, anyway, so I've been I popped some of this on this morning to try the scent and performance basically, and the important thing is it is going to be a good performer. We'll find it out, I dare say, during the day, because it's going to be a warm day here, mid-20s, something like that. And yeah, it says 48 hours protection, and I've used a few that say 48 hours in the past, and they do give you the 48 hours quite happily, so hopefully this one will match that. The scent though, it's really nice, it's sweet. The vanilla really is the initial scent that kind of captures the imagination, and then as it sort of mellows down, I've had it on for about an hour now, the sweetness kind of subsides and you get a little bit more of the woodiness of the oud coming through. I have a few shaving soaps that have oud, and it's not quite the same as those, probably because they don't contain vanilla or that type of scent, so it is coming across different, but it's very nice nonetheless. So as for the fragrance, the daily fragrance, it's this one. It's same scent. I love the presentation on the packaging. It's nice, dark, and it just suits nicely. Reminds me of some very high-end brands in the men's fragrance market quite nicely. It's 0% gas, so it's CFC free, which is always nice. Yeah, it doesn't tell you much about what's in there, so a small ingredients list, which is always good. 100ml. Now I've seen this on the shelf for about £6. 100ml of fragrance for £6 is a bargain. And it says here on the description that oud wood and dark vanilla, a subtle woody fragrance that gives you a memorable touch, your style refined. And it says here also, new Lynx daily fragrances have no gas, so they are finer, more precise, and don't overpower. And we've put 3 times more fragrance in, so they're long lasting too. So, and that's in comparison, 3 times in comparison to their own brand body spray. So, what do we get on here? Now it says on the back, use it on your neck, on your body, and on your wrist. Now I've got the antiperspirant for the body. We're going to apply a little to the neck and the wrist area. Now, simple little spray, but no gas, always nice. So, sturdy lid, bottle looks very nice indeed. So, we'll apply a squirt to the wrist, just the one. Probably needs priming, it does. There we go. And immediately I get the same kind of immediacy from the vanilla. And we'll give oh yeah, well there comes the just almost a lot quicker. A lot quicker from the fragrance, the sort of the vanilla subsides. Pleasant, I like it. And we're just going to go for a couple there. Just up behind the ears. Nice kind of warm spots on the body. Always good. So, it's a nice fragrance that. Sweeter than I'd normally go for. I do prefer my dark woody scents, but this is quite sweet but pleasant, very pleasant. So I'll give it a chance to develop through the day, and I'll come back to you at the end of the day, give you a bit of a view on how it's performing, both in terms of the fragrance lasting, if there's much in the way of silage, because I work in close proximity to many people in my office, so they will let me know if it's overpowering or whatever, or if there's some nice comments, I'll share them with you, or if there's some comments where people say I'm not keen on that, I'll let you know as well. But at the end of the day, it's what you think. If you like it, go for it. So, like I say, end of the day, I'll give you a bit of a roundup of the performance of the fragrance and of the antiperspirant. So I'll catch you later, guys. Bye. Hey guys, just a bit of an update on the BuzzAgent and Lynx campaign. I've had the signature fragrance on now for about 4.5 hours and the matching antiperspirant. It's lunchtime at work, so I thought I'd go for a stroll. It's a hot day, and I thought I'd make it even hotter by putting a coat on to really push the antiperspirant. So far, so good. Don't feel sort of unpleasantly sweaty or anything like that. The scent I can still detect. The nice vanilla is coming through with the heat. The oud is sort of settled into the background. So, yeah, nothing particularly different to report on the fragrance and how it adapts during the day, but it's still very, very pleasant indeed. Yeah, so far so good on the antiperspirant, like I say. Not feeling particularly unpleasant or anything at all like that. So yeah, all good things so far. So I will update you at the end of the day to get an idea of how things have gone. And yeah, catch you all later. Bye. Evening gents, welcome to the end of day one, where I have been testing the Lynx Signature antiperspirant and the Signature fragrance. So, what do I think of them at the end of day one? Well, in terms of performance of the antiperspirant, first of all, it's been a hot day, and I pushed the boat out, as you saw in my little midday snippet, by going for a fairly long walk over lunchtime, about 2.5 miles, and in hot temperatures with a coat on. And I think that's a pretty fair push of the antiperspirant, and I cannot complain. Didn't have any wet patches, didn't smell, most importantly, and interestingly, the fragrance of the antiperspirant is still pretty obvious. I'm quite pleased with that. So yeah, all in all, it's done 24 hours, no problem at all. Will it do 48 hours? Not sure. I'm going to test that today because I'm going to have a shower in a little while. But I may do that over sort of the weekend to give you a bit of an idea. Because work, I want to be fresh, completely and utterly fresh every day, and that's me showering and all that jazz. So, on to the fragrance. Now, this was the bit I was particularly looking forward to. I do like my fragrances. I wear quite a bit of different sort of, how can I put it, styles of fragrance. Most of them are very woody, very musky, very masculine. So, out of the selection that were offered by BuzzAgent, I picked the Signature because it has oud. Now, I love oud in a lot of the shaving soaps I use, and it's generally presented as part of a spicy sort of palette of scents. And to go with the dark vanilla, it's quite a departure from my norm. I love vanilla, don't get me wrong, it's one of my favourite flavours to eat, and in terms of scent, it's quite sweet, and this stuff, exactly the same, it's quite sweet to start with. When you first apply to the wrists and sort of the neck area, it's very sweet to start. On the wrists and the forearms, it lasted a fair while. I mean, even now, it's now 25 to 8, so it's about 11.5 hours after I applied it. It's just about gone. In fact, it was probably gone an hour or so ago. Very faintly detected, but to the point where I'd want to apply more was probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I had a good 6 or 7 hours of acceptable fragrance levels, which, let's face it, even for a high-end product, that is pushing the boat out in terms of longevity. In terms of silage, it wasn't obvious that I was walking around in a cloud of fragrance. It's one of those quite subtle fragrances that you're not going to smell if you're standing 20 feet away or across the other side of the office. If you're sitting next to me, as two of my colleagues do, they commented, "Oh, that's quite a pleasant fragrance, that." So I explained what's going on as part of the buzz agent testing, because they're privy to seeing my parcels arrive. That I explained that this is what I'm testing, and have a little smell, see what you think. Gave away the samples that comes part of the package to them to see what they think, and I must say the ice, musk and ginger went down very well. But anyway, so yes, so the compliments on the vanilla were obvious. People could detect the vanilla straight away, and they thought it was quite a pleasant scent. Nobody knew what oud was, so I had to explain a little bit. Still, I don't think they understood what the scent was. If you just say, oh, well, this is an oud fragrance, and it was like, okay, but they didn't really know what to relate it to. But they liked it, and that's the important thing. Now, my wife went to work this morning before I had a chance to apply this, so I asked her opinion when I got in, and she sort of had a good smell. She thought, I smell like white chocolate. And I suppose vanilla is going to give that indication. She said there was definitely something there, but again, she couldn't describe it. So it's quite a talking point, is the inclusion of oud in the fragrance. So yeah, it's got a few people interested, asking a few more questions, and generally sort of quite enjoying what I tell them about it. Particularly that it's quite a sort of a Middle Eastern type fragrance. It's very, very popular in that part of the world. So, to wrap up my initial thoughts, I like it. The first sort of initial smell of the vanilla, I thought could be a bit too sweet for my taste, but it mellowed nicely. And like I say, the longevity of the fragrance is such that if you applied it just before you went out of an evening, it's going to last you your night, which is always a bonus. And again, throughout most of the work day, it's going to last you. You might want to apply a little bit more, and at the price that these are offered, which like I say, I've seen on the supermarket shelves, anywhere from like £4 on offer to £6, £7-ish on full price for 100ml. Can't go wrong, particularly with the longevity and the pleasant fragrance. So that, chaps, is the end of day one for the fragrance, and I would show you the antiperspirant again, but it's over there. It went across there. It just went over there. You don't need to know quite where. But anyway, thoroughly enjoyed day one, and we look forward to wearing it for the rest of the week, and give a bit of a wrap up at the end of the week and get a few more people's thoughts on the fragrance. So chaps and ladies, if you're watching, thank you very much. Thank you again to Buzz Agent and to Lynx for helping me find my magic with the signature fragrance. I'll catch you again soon. Bye.